Good afternoon, everybody. There you go. I'm George Alpogianis, Mayor of the Village of Niles, and it's my pleasure and my honor to be here in front of all of you in the business community. Before we get going and I start hitting you with all kinds of great things and stats and what we've accomplished together, we have a couple of very special people in the audience today. Can I ask Ramon and Harry to please stand up? These are two of our veterans here that are local. Gentlemen, can you stand up for a minute? And alongside of them, all of our first responders, can you all stand up for a moment, please? Gentlemen. Up. Where's Marty? So these are the people, our veterans, our police officers, our firemen, our public works. These are the folks that keep us safe every day in more fashion than you can ever imagine. First of all, I want to say what a great relationship the Village of Niles and the Niles Chambers always had. We started a new initiative that when new businesses are coming in and applying for their licenses, that we give them a letter and tell them to go join the Chamber of Commerce and all the pluses that are brought to the table by the Chamber. You always have been the backbone of our community. And, you know, and I've said this a couple of times before. Mike, how are you? I missed you on the way in. I'm sorry. You know, they say businesses don't vote, but we're going to show you what businesses do for the village, okay? And there's a lot to say to that. You're the driving forces which makes our village a desirable place to live. And as mayor, I promise that we will always be a friend to the Chamber of Commerce. At this time, I would like to acknowledge all of our elected officials. Senator Laura Murphy, please stand up. Illinois State Representative Mike Kelly. The library folks, Library Board President Rebecca Keene, Vice President Jason Trunco, Treasurer Roberto Botello, Patty Rozansky, Park District Commissioner Ronnie Strelecki. I think our Niles Township supervisors here, is Bonnie here? Well, she was. And Senator Villa sends his condolences. He has a big a meeting with a bunch of mayors on the northwest side. Our village board members, will we all stand up, please? Trustee Dean Strelecki, Trustee Morgan Dubio, Trustee Craig Niedermeyer, Trustee John Jeckett, Trustee Danette Matthias, and unfortunately, Marianne Warda is a school nurse. She could not make it here. So what are we working on here in the Village of Niles? Well, we've been hearing a lot about Golf Mill, so let's talk about Golf Mill for a minute. Golf Mill is entering its final stage in the agreements between ourselves and the Sterling Group. In September, we wound up passing a term sheet. It's a non-binding term sheet, but that is the final piece of paper before the RDA, or the redevelopment agreement. Golf Mill is going to enhance our corridors, grow our business climate, enhance the tax base, deliver outstanding village services, and provide the quality of life for the residents we do expect. We're looking towards signing the RDA in the next couple of months. It's been sent to us, it's been redlined, and it's back in their hands. So let's talk about the growth of the Village of Niles we've been saying. Our new business portfolio continues to expand with economic development. One of the most exciting places in town is also the future of Golf Mill. The Golf Mill Center will be a new master plan of mixed-use development, water features, mixed retail, residential, restaurants, public gathering spaces, medical offices, possibly a hotel, and a lot of entertainment. A lot of things have happened. I'm sure you noticed Golf Mill Park and how beautiful it was over the winter. We plan on making more improvements over there and having more of a winter wonderland type of place with an ice skating rink over throughout the winter. Synthetic, in case we have one of these goofy winters where it's hot and cold. Also, I want to thank the Park District. The Park District is also carrying on with the development of that area. They've engaged with the new, with the same architect that we use Hitchcock to make sure that these run concurrent together and look the same. Let's turn our attention now to the 2E corridor in the southeast end. There's a lot of activities and things moving along. Costco's just completed. He purchased 3 acres from us of the former Granger site, and they're using it now for employee parking. They're going to add more fuel pumps, and we're going to be the first city in the state of Illinois where Costco's putting in a car wash. They're using us to try it out. The village continues to work with developers at the YMCA to work with the property there as well. We also still own the 5 acres behind it. We're trying to look to do a little bit more of an entertainment area then. We just took a turn to a different way. Crosby's Kitchen and Tap was purchased the old Wildwood Tavern. $3.5 million remodel is being planned. Unfortunately, Steve DeMett at Graziano's decided to retire. It was a big loss to the community. Graziano's was there for decades. But in the meantime, we are going to be gaining a tire shop and also a new dispensary, which is going to add heavily to our retail base. Elsewhere in town, Maryville Foundation had its grand opening of the Charles Walsh Senior Academy and Career Technical School. They really did a good job in repurposing the old Niles Elementary South. The great thing is they're reaching out as well to all of our schools and people to do some more combined activities. Nehemiah just purchased and planned a new development in 9201 Milwaukee, 48 luxury apartments and some ground retail space. Hesco Janitorial Supplies, we were engaging with a couple of new developers. As you know, T2 at the last moment pulled out. Supposed to be bringing in about 184 or 5 luxury apartments. We're expecting expecting a great thing, and we're talking about another 250 people moving into town. Final year of the small business loan, we just ended right now during the Recovery Act during COVID. We had multiple places using it. Our restaurants that kept their doors open, and I'm pleased to say that every dollar that was loaned out was paid back as well. Truly, it's a great year for business, and if you look on the new screen, some of these additional businesses that are coming in, a lot of them that have been retained. The community has been very supportive of local businesses. I'm very excited about the vision our board has for the community and the generations to come. There are a lot of things we have looking forward to. And you can see all these new places from left to right. Please acknowledge those businesses. Use them. Shop locally. Because of the great work of our business community, Niles is offering its residents top amenities and services, as well as a low crime, safety. When Niles boomed in the 1950s and 60s, it developed a thriving community. The core values were safety, affordability, and family-oriented. Those values were the driving factors then, and are still recognized today. In 1965, Niles, we all know, was named the All-American City. In the 1980s, it was in a book named Safe Places for the 80s. It was one of 4 towns in Illinois that was noted as the safest place to raise a family. Best place to raise kids, 2006 by Bloomberg. Top town by Chicago Parent, recently in 2021. So right now I want to talk about those village services that we've added and offered. All the way and also, if you haven't seen it, we have a new app out called See, Click, Fix System. To sort of cut out all the phone calls, you hit something, it's documented, and it gets done a little bit quicker. First and foremost, I want to now thank our public safety departments, all of our Niles first responders. Public Works have had a major amount of accomplishments over the last year, and I would also say thank you once again to our senators and state reps, Mike Kelly and Laura Murphy. A lot of grant money has been coming into our village. We've gotten almost $29 million in grants in the last 2.5 years, folks. So as you can see, we have a fleet of new trucks. We spend over $5 million on those trucks. And yes, we did have a truck that needed to be started with a screwdriver. Thank God that's gone. We've done multiple streets and miles. We've done 4.3 miles of streets, alleys. We're completing construction of the Morton Grove, Niles, Oakton Bike Path, Stage 1. We're working with our Bike and Pedestrian Advisory Committee to do more projects that are multimodal. We're talking to ComEd now about burying some lines, some of our power lines. It is expensive. It's about $1 million a mile. But when we drive through some of our thoroughways like Waukegan or Harlem Avenue, all of a sudden there's a tree that just goes like this. And we're spending a lot of money to doll up our community, but, we also have to protect those trees that are being put in. Over the last 2 years, the village has done over $20 million worth of capital projects. These are the capital projects that are making this village look that much better. And once again, I want to thank the board as well. We are all working very well together, like-minded, and we're making it as best as we can for all of you. 2023, the Niles Police Department won first place for the Illinois Police Association's chief for the Traffic Safety Challenge. They also, once again, and I take my hat off to them, took part in the plane pull and raised $2,815 for the Special Olympic athletes. We maintained status quo. We've maintained status quo in crime, and I really have to take our hats off to our chief and staff as well as all of our police officers, because crime is now mobile, as we're saying. Crime isn't only in Chicago, but it's become mobile. There's been an 18% decrease in crimes against property and a remarkable 45% decrease in crimes against society, which mainly is driven by drugs and guns. I'd like to honor all those police. They also built the Police War Memorial. They started the Niles Police Enforcement Memorial Commission. And we now have a memorial wall in front of the police station honoring one of our own that died in the line of duty, Steve Zirkis. This is funded 100% by donations from a lot of people like all of you that were here. They continue to host all their community engagements, a number of events like the annual Walk and Roll, Shop with a Cop, and it's really no coincidence that our Niles Police Department engages with the community, and that's why we're seeing the decrease in crimes. Fire Department acquisition of the second fire engine ever purchased by the department back in 1941, the Pirsch. They were awarded the Life Safety Award by the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance for achievements in fire prevention. The development of the Division III West Training Group also allows for a lot of hand-on experiences to help our firemen not only help our citizens, but for them as well to stay safe. They purchased a new 107-foot tractor-drawn aerial tiller truck with an expected delivery to 2028. Yeah, they're still blaming COVID, right? Yeah. It wasn't our fire department, it was the manufacturer. They have now placed EV blankets that contain electrical wheels that run its course, which can take 24 to 48 hours. And they formalized an official department drone program, which was accepted by MABUS, the drone team. So thank you very much once again to our first responders. The fitness center. We've had a $500,000 renovation done with new flooring, new fitness equipment, televisions, paint, and improvements coming. Installation of the Fit Shop in the library. It's selling branded and non-branded items here for purchase of members. Our membership is currently up 14% in the last 3 months. Some of it has to do with the New Year's resolution. We're hoping that they all stick to those resolutions. But there has been a steady increase in membership. And it seems that we're gaining about 1.5 memberships per day right now, which is a big plus. Our Family Services Department secured a $200,000 grant for the Niles Teen Center from Senator Durbin's office, and there's an extra state legislators are also talking to us about getting us another $300,000 for the teen center as well. We've distributed over 14 tons of food to the community via the Niles Food Pantry. It has also become a Narcan distribution site. Obviously, we know there's an opioid crisis here, which I want to call an epidemic. There are 169 people a day overdosing and dying from fentanyl now in the United States per day. It's 4 times higher than gun violence, 4 times higher. Our Engage program has been in for over a year and has hit the ground running. We're doing very well with that. We're doing a lot of service work for individuals and families dealing with addiction as well via this project. So when we passed video gaming a few years back, we made sure that 75% of the money was used for pensions only. The other 25% we put right back into the community for this projects like the opioid crisis. Our Niles Senior Center welcomed 331 new members since 2023. Kelly, kudos to you and your staff. They are necessitating expansion of ongoing programs. And due to a lot of sold-out activities, they're doing more, and there are a lot of wait lists now. From exercising to cooking classes, to luncheons, to trips, to art safety classes. Actually, and some crazy guy with 2 of his daughters decided they was going to teach 68 women how to Greek dance as well one day. And I'll tell you, they were all better than me, too. The Niles Senior Center has resumed their partnership with the Oak Point University as a clinical site for BSN nursing students. Our communications team is continually working to keep business, visitors, and residents informed with all of our happenings, including the second edition of our annual report book. I'm sure you've seen them outside, and please grab one of them. They're loaded with great information. That is helping me keep this speech less than 10 minutes, believe me. Our residents are also benefiting from our community development department with our Grow Your Home. Major renovations, we are taking $5,000 away of permit fees. We are also offering help for front elevations. This is another incentive that we're going through, as well as help with the architectural designs. So we all were buying our first homes at one point in our lives, and the majority of us, and we know how hard it was. So we're giving all these young families a chance to not only get up on their feet and raise a family, but plant the roots over here in Niles. We're getting a lot of support from our residents and encouragement as well in seeing these things. And the one thing that brings people together is community engagement. Niles has always been a great place to raise a family. I personally have raised my 5 children here. They've gone to Culver School, and I applaud Erica and her crew over there. One of the greatest grade schools we have. Niles West, we need to stay strong and competitive to keep our families here and investing in their homes. While we continue our resident campaign, attraction campaign by marketing, we have also focused on showcasing our local businesses. The Love Niles marketing plan features Unani Brewery. That's one of Trustee Niedermeyer's favorite places over there. Yogli Mowgli, the Agostinos, Fresh Farm, Super H Mart, and others. These were featured on billboards, bus ads, digital printing as well, digital and print advertising. This will continue to go on. As I say, and I've always said, there are 3 things that bring people together: art, food, and music. Our Arts and Cultural Council is looking to work with local businesses to help fund these things. And it's also, they're incorporating some of the new places that are coming in, the residential and the businesses are going to be adding public art in front of their place or in an area nearby it. We're also working with one of the most renowned photographers in the world, Sandro Miller. He's helping us with some of these initiatives. And once again, any of you big businesses that have money that you need to part with, let's get it to the Arts and Cultural Society. Special events have increased in the past 8 years. We now have a full summer schedule of cultural events at Gulf Mill Park, plus the annual Greek Food Fest, concerts in the park, open houses with our departments, and more to come in 2024, including 4 car shows this year, Arts and Music Festival, and I once again want to mention the Winter Wonderland over at Gulf Mill Park. It's a lot. It's a lot that our employees are giving to us, and I want a big round of applause for all of our staff right now, please. Fiscal responsibility. Finally, one of Niles' our village's most important responsibility is to be fiscally responsible and accountable. The Village of Niles maintains a AA bond rating from the S&P. This demonstrates how our strong policies, fund balances, and diverse revenue streams are to credit rating agencies. I shouldn't be talking about this because we may not get any more grant money after this, but last year, our businesses, and this is the point I was getting to when they say businesses don't vote, but all these things have been made possible by a lot of our sales tax revenue. We did $1.8 billion in retail sales last year. The Village of Niles is on track to see another 3 to 5% growth on that this year, bringing us up to about $1.9 billion. That's another example of how important all these businesses are. Over the last 2 years, we talked about our grants, and we're very fortunate to have the relationships that we have with our state legislators, as well as our federal legislators. Property taxes. I know there's been some moaning and groaning about property taxes, but I need everyone to take a moment and just take a look at those bills. A lot of them are on auto pay or whatever it may be. But believe it or not, only 10 cents of every dollar comes to the Village of Niles. Only 10 cents of every dollar, and that's because of this business community. So thank you again. Strategic plan was just passed Tuesday night. It's a 2040 plan. I will look forward to it. It's a basis of things that are going to be happening here in the Village of Niles. It is a living document. So folks, before I want to once again say thank you to everybody, I need all of our directors right now to stand up for a moment, please. I want you to recognize all of our directors. Ladies and gentlemen, all the directors of the Village of Niles, please stand up. Joe Lamargo, Village Manager. Kathy Takey, I saw. Did you just... Our Deputy Village Manager. Marlene, you are not standing up. Marlene J. Victorine, the Village Clerk. I call that woman the mother hen of Village Hall. Denise McCreary, Deputy Village Clerk, please. Danielle, our Village Attorney, was not able to make it. John Malanafi, Economic Development Coordinator. A new addition, Chris Raguso, Community Development. Mr. Raymond Ali, IT. Kent Olivan, Finance Director. Darren Brown, you sat down, don't you sit down on me. Our Family Services Director. Kelly, please get up. Kelly Mickel, Senior Center. Mike Trevino, our Teen Center. Patrick Byrne, our Assistant Liquor Commissioner. Katie DeMaria Schneider. Katie, where did you disappear to? She's at the bar. Oh. Mitch Johnson, our Communications Coordinator. Somebody very special to me. Margaret, can you stand up for a minute? Margaret Keating. Margaret Keating is the executive assistant to all of us, all the elected officials, and she does a damn good job. Christian Kopp, I don't believe, is here today. Connor Schultz, assistant to the village manager. Kathy O'Grady, Hannah Kane, Marty Cook. Please, all of you, I know a few of you are here. Please get up. Tony Dottie, Jack Grana, Ronnie Strzelecki. Public Works, all of you jump up for a minute and say hello to everybody, please. Kevin and Tim O'Brien, are you? I saw Tim. Did he run out of here? Yeah. He did. And Kevin? Gotcha. Well, they ran back to work. Thank God our tax dollars are working, right? So, folks, I know this was a lot. That's way too much for me to be talking about myself. I just want to say one thing to everybody. You have no idea how much we appreciate everybody here. Not myself, because this is not about the mayor. It's about us as a community. It's about the elected officials that we have just become one. It's about staff, all of our directors, all of our staff that work so hard to make this village a great place. These are the people that make all of us look good. And you, as a community, as citizens, we would not be what we are today unless we had something so special as we have here in this Village of Niles. We're lucky. We are a cut above. I mean, who else brings helicopter Santa in during Holly Jolly? But folks, we would not be what we are today unless this community was working the way it did. In the Niles Chamber of Commerce, the business community is so important to us, and that's why we're here to back all of you up and let you know. We want people to see where their tax dollars are going. We want you to know how hard we are working to make sure that those tax dollars are seen. The infrastructure, because politicians, and me being one of them, we normally do a lot of things that look good and make people feel good. Sometimes we forget our infrastructure, and the infrastructure has been helped along so much, like I said, by our state senator, our state legislators. We are putting so much money in our infrastructure, and you know what? It's getting done. So everybody, how about a big round of applause for everybody in this room right now? And God knows I know you're happy I'm done, so enjoy yourselves for the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.